What's up, guys, and welcome back to another NBA News and Analytic commentary episode. Today is July 4th, 2021, and happy 4th of July to everyone. And before I start the episode, I'd like to give a shout out to @CamNewton_77. Please follow him on Twitter. He's very supportive of this channel, and he always follows back. And if you send him links to any of your socials, he will follow them with absolutely no negative being given to you. And next up, I would like to shout out the Franchise Tag podcast. We're going to be working together to help grow both of our channels. Please subscribe to them. It's for free. And if you tell them that you subscribe, they'll subscribe back or follow one of your socials. They make great content. And honestly, I appreciate members of the community that are smaller like this trying to help each other grow. I think it's very beneficial to everyone. And just please give both of these guys a follow. And make sure to leave them a comment telling them that I sent you there. But now to the episode. Last night was Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals in Atlanta, Georgia, taking place between the home team, which was the Atlanta Hawks, and the away team in the Milwaukee Bucks. And the Bucks were winning the series 3-2. Except tonight, Giannis Antetokounmpo, who hyperextended his kneecap, he was out, except Trae Young, who did not play these past two games because of a injury whenever he tripped over a referee. He did play tonight. He wasn't at 100%, which was something that we have seen from almost every single team in this postseason, aside from the Phoenix Suns, who are in the NBA Finals. And the Milwaukee Bucks were able to win this game in Atlanta, Georgia by double digits, and they advanced to the NBA Finals, and they won this series in 6 games, winning it 4-2, and they will take on the Phoenix Suns, and the first game of the finals will take place on July 6th. And the last game, a Game 7 if needed, meaning that this series would be one of the best NBA Finals ever, would take place on July 22nd. So, who do I think is the better competition for the Suns? I believe that's the Milwaukee Bucks, except if Giannis does not play. I know that the Bucks have played very well, but if Giannis does not play in the NBA Finals, which I believe he will at some point, he maybe won't play Game 1 because, even though it's a statement game, if you lose Game 1, it's no big deal usually. Like, it's not anything to freak out about, except you obviously hope you can win every game and just get a sweep. But, it's no big deal, so I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't play Game 1. But I believe at full strength, the Bucks are the better competition for the Suns, just because, they're taller, they're more muscular, and they were the higher seed than the Atlanta Hawks. And since Trae Young wouldn't be at 100%, I feel like the Bucks have better pieces around Giannis than the Hawks have better pieces around Trae Young. So that's why I believe that the Bucks advancing to the NBA Finals was something that the Phoenix Suns did not want to happen. Although I still think the Suns will win the NBA Finals, I think it will be harder against the Milwaukee Bucks with a Giannis who is most likely going to play, except won't be at full strength, at least in the beginning of the games, compared to Trae Young, who theoretically wouldn't be at full strength for, like I said, at least the beginning of the finals. But everyone on the Bucks played well tonight. Chris Middleton played well. Jrue Holiday was solid. PJ Tucker had some solid defense, some solid plays. Brook Lopez putting in some solid layups. And Mike Budenholzer's job has been saved because, in my opinion, this Bucks team has just carried him to the finals. Because, I don't know about you, but I feel like he's just a cheerleader as a coach. Except since he has such a great roster and he's in the Eastern Conference, I believe that is the reason why he still has his job, and he'll still have it next year because, he brought his team to the NBA Finals. Now, Giannis Antetokounmpo won the MVP, and he won the Defensive Player of the Year once, but he won the MVP 2 years in a row, except this year he did not win it. Except the year he didn't win it, he made the NBA Finals. So, that's awesome. In the first series of the NBA playoffs, they swept the Miami Heat, a team that beat them in 5 games in the bubble last year. Then they went to Brooklyn, took them to 7 games, and won a Game 7 in Brooklyn. And now they've won 6 games, and they won Game 6 in Atlanta. So this is very, very cool. It's a very great statement for the Milwaukee Bucks franchise. And I don't know if you saw, but 6 years ago, Brandon Jennings, who was a former player for the Bucks, he was asked if they're going to the finals, and he said yes. And they asked how many games it would take for them to get there in the Eastern Conference Finals, and he said Bucks are going to win in 6. He didn't say against what team, obviously, because this was 6 years ago. But I think that's very cool and very ironic, considering and looking where they are now. So I think it's very, very cool to be a Milwaukee Bucks fan right now and a Phoenix Suns fan. The Phoenix Suns just have a ton of momentum right now. And the Bucks obviously have momentum, but I feel like the Suns have more. They just beat the Los Angeles Clippers by 27 points in Staples Center. Chris Paul finally made the finals, so he's an underdog story. Devin Booker, playing amazing. You know, they have such great pieces, and their fans are loving it, and they have so much confidence, and the Bucks do as well. But with Giannis injured, I feel like they have less. And the first 2 games of the finals will take place in Phoenix, Arizona, and games 3 and game 4 will take place in Milwaukee, which means that game 5 and 7, if required, will be played in Phoenix, and a game 6, if required, will be played in Milwaukee. So that is very interesting, because all the Suns did this offseason, and they were 8-0 in the bubble, but unfortunately they had too bad of a record to make the playoffs, even though they won 8 in a row. So they missed out, but they were definitely the hottest team in the bubble, if you ask me. Is they just went out and they found Chris Paul, and they said, we're going to get you, we're going to take your contract, and you're going to take us to the playoffs. And that's exactly what he did. They were the number 2 seed. Except, I don't think anyone expected this team to go to the NBA Finals. And I understand you can say, oh, well, people were injured. But no, this Suns team, in any year, I don't care who's on the court, they were competitive, and they would compete for an NBA championship. I mean, Chris Paul played 123 playoff games without one of them being in the NBA Finals game. That streak is the longest ever for a player, and it came to an end. Okay? You know, Devin Booker coming through his broken nose injury with the mask, once again, playing amazing. You know, they beat the Clippers, a team that historically they were down 2-0 in both of their first 2 playoff series, and they came back and won. But the Suns didn't allow them to. I understand it was out without Kawhi Leonard, but still, they stole their momentum. They stole Tyronn Lue's momentum, and they really just they ruined the Clippers' best chance to make it to an NBA Finals that I believe they'll have in a long time. Even though I still think they'll be close, I feel like this year was their best chance. With all of the injuries and with the Lakers not in the playoffs, so the boogeyman for them was gone. You know, now they can't go back, and I still believe Kawhi Leonard will be a Los Angeles Clipper next year. But it's really just an amazing thing, and the Bucks won this game with a final score of 118-107, and that means that the Bucks will be playing the Phoenix Suns in the NBA Finals. Let me know in the comment section below, who do you think is going to win the NBA Finals, and tell me how many games do you think it will take for your team to win. And with that being said, like the video if you like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and enjoy my content. I'm trying to give you guys the best possible content I can with the resources that I have. And with that being said, I'm your boy Meatloaf, and I'll see you in my next video.